Welcome to the Daily High with your humble host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Tone, how are you, mate?
Oh, this is probably one of the best Fridays, one of the best 24 hours ever. I like with the price pumping, but I'm just gonna, I guess kill the lead here. It's one of the greatest Fridays ever, but not because in the last 24 hours since our last show, it's not because Bitcoin has gone up the most. There's been 24-hour periods where Bitcoin has gone up three times as much. But between Matt's black box trade and me literally being bullish in the middle of a normal major drop, which never happens, I don't know if there was any YouTube video in the last 24 hours that called this better than you and I did yesterday.
Sing when you're winning, mate. Sing when you're winning. That's what I always say. And speaking of which, before we go any further, please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. I'm going to go through some great reasons to join the Discord group and sign up for Bang Box later in the show. But Tone, take us away, mate. Finish off strong on this Friday, lovely Friday morning.
No. You're the one with like a 30-40% trade that's up, and it's not theoretical this time. Matt is just talking shit. 100+ people are in this trade.
All right. Well, I'll start on the weekly then. All right. Before I go any further, please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Please sign up. There's 3 days left to join the great blowfin, deposit bonus that they have running right now. These there's only available for the first 100 users, and they're almost finished. This promotion finishes on the 29th, and the payouts will be made 2 days after. Blowfin is coming within the next few weeks to the bang box teams and the black box teams. So we'll have all the bots released here. So get in while the getting's good. Weekly time frame. It's the end of the week. Let's finish it off really strongly. Oh, look at this run. Look at this, Tone. Look at this retracement to the 7 simple moving average. It has slightly moved a tiny bit. This was today to the dot. This is just lifted. That's why it's not on it. That was here. I sent you a screenshot to the dollar. It came down to retest the 7 simple moving average on the weekly time frame. And this candle with 2.5 days left. Holy moly. Are we going to break the Lucid SAR? On Monday's show, I went through the 6 reasons. The weekly Green Star Diamond that I think we still got a chance to get a weekly Green Star Diamond on this candle. If we just get above 68,369, we could finish with a really positive finish to this week. Get that Green Star on the MRI. Tone will talk about that. Alpha Numerics hitting this modified Lucid SAR, which on the lower time frames, you'll see that that's dropped down even further intra-week. So that's really, really close. The Wyckoff, fantastic Wyckoff accumulation that Baloo pointed out. Justin Baloo, my partner in Black Box, pointed out on the show we did, was it Friday? On Monday and Friday. Absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. The EXA crossing. I'm just going through the weekly recap here. The EXA crossing, Socrates' EXA had that fantastic cross down here from a low vantage point. I was all over that. Thought that was fantastic. The Copic curve and the phantom signals on Alpha Numerics here. This is to cross this line, we'll get a purple signal come in on Alpha Numerics, the purple phantom. That looks really, really nice, rounding off bottom pattern. I've never seen it stay below the zero line for this shorter period of time. Really fantastic strength in the market to have done that. And finally, just that classic charting pattern of breaking out this descending triangle thing, which we've exactly coincides with all the same points. I know I've talked about this on Friday last week, and I talked about it on Monday, but it's great to recap the 6 reasons why I'm mega bullish right here. And as the week comes to a close, it's there. It's there. And it's there better than if this week just started off strong. Just the fact that we came down, and I said this all week, I really want I've said it all week. Anywhere we go down in this point is by the dip for me. I've said that, made that really clear. And I said that the higher we can recover without going lower. Does that make sense? The lower we go, the more uncomfortable I am, obviously. But if we can recover from a great vantage point that doesn't even get a real big correction here, shows great strength to me, and that's what we've done. That's the weekly time frame as it stands. The daily time frame looks delicious here, Tone. Look at that, man. Like if we get that daily close above 68, 123, start tomorrow's candle with a green star on the MRI. Be pretty impressed. I love that we came down and retested 50 and had a great response off it. I think tomorrow's going to be, well, it's a weekend. Who knows? But I mean, the structure of the market I really like, regardless of what day it is. 12-hour I won't go into. Looks fantastic. Oh, look, perfect. Come down, retest the 30
Hey
simple
Matt,
moving average.
real quick.
Yeah,
I know you're
yeah,
about to get into Bang Box, so you'll probably be speaking for
yeah,
like 5 more minutes. It is
yeah.
literally 10 a.m. right now. We've been talking about the 10 a.m. reversal from the market dropping to going up.
Take it.
However, it is literally
What is
10 a.m. right now. So before we talk about Bang Box,
it?
let me steal a screen share. This is the 1 minute chart, and this is what I've been watching the last few minutes. Uh, we might have topped for the day. So the question is, are we going to break the modified Lucid SAR? It's possible. It's possible, but if we don't, the reason is we're about to reverse to the downside and have a bigger pullback. So at the moment, this is not the time I would be going long. I know it looks great. This is the 1 minute chart. We are breaking to new highs. We are literally at 10 a.m. right now. The 5 minute is on an MRI top right now on this candle. The 10 minute is not. It has a little bit more to go. I would be cautious right here, right now. And if we do end up pulling back to say 67,000, and then later tonight we're back to 68 and breaking out, that's the time to go long. So if you still have not gone long, this is not the time to rush in. This has
Oh,
been a massive upswing from 10 a.m. yesterday into 10 a.m. right now. That is almost a $5,000 Bitcoin move in 24 hours. It's
yeah.
almost 7.5%, and it's possible we're going to get one more push, just one more push. Look how close we are to that SAR. But if you did not enter long when I entered long, right? If you didn't enter long on the pullback, well, some people just stayed long the whole time, right? All I'm
Yeah,
saying is,
fine.
if you did not enter your long trades at any point in the last week, right now, in the next 3 hours, is probably the worst time for you to enter your long trade. Just saying, and Matt, I'll give it back to you.
Uh, thank you for pumping my brakes a little bit because you're spot on right. You're spot on right. A $5,000 move and a 7.5% move in a day, and the next 3 hours going into that 10 a.m. reversal now is, yeah, you miss the move. You miss the move. So you got to either wait or reevaluate. I don't know. What can I tell you? You missed the move. All right. Let me just finish off. I'll go through this quickly. The 12-hour looks awesome. I didn't know there was going to be much here, but coming back to retest of 30 here, absolutely brilliant. Coming on the MRI looks sensational. Look where my Lucid SAR is, modified Lucid SAR that dropped down again today. Delicious. 4-hour time frame. And then I promise I'll get into the bot stuff. We're about to get the bullish cross here on the 4-hour time frame. Very, very good. We're about to hopefully break these highs here. The MRI, yeah, it's getting towards a MRI top, but it's not there yet. Lucid SAR's dropped down really nicely. I don't know, Tone. I like it. I like it. And I think that Tone's point about the 10 a.m. reversal and not getting in the next 3 hours is absolutely valid because of the distance we are from all the moving averages right here and the how far we've come up in this time period here. There'll be a lot of people taking profits on the day. This is like the perfect to get to, that, let's try and get it here, the 68 300 zone. I think it'll go really, really up, touch that, and then go down for a few days, and then go back up on the second attempt. I don't think that we'll just cleanly break through this and go up and up forever, but I don't know. I don't care. I'm prepared either way. All right, let's get into the fun stuff. We've got 110 users of the bot right now, and if you're not one of them, you bloody well should be. Today was a sensational day. So let's have a look. Look at this. All right. So we entered the trade right here this morning. I was asleep. Trade was entered. Fantastic. Initial stop loss put in place. As the price moved up, trailing stop got put in profit. Very, very good. We got above the 20% line because remember, this bot uses 10x leverage. So that's a 2% move equals 10x leverage as a 20% move. We've been fantastic sitting there all day. And now the mechanism changes. It's now a callback rather than just to see how it's not just a trailing stop anymore. It's now a callback of 1%. So we're out here. So this is where our take profit would be at 67,322 if it was to crash. But otherwise,
Hey,
it'll just
Matt, I'm sorry, I
yeah.
have to interrupt, right? You
Go
have a
ahead.
green line that says take profit. Did the bot actually take profit?
I need to fix this because we had a
You need to
fantastic.
you need to change the wording there, or like
Hang
you
on.
can put expected target or something like that. Because if your
This
bot did not
let,
actually take profit at that moment, bad label.
let me clarify this. I had this great message in our Discord group today because that is not originally when I made the bot, it would just close the trade right here at 20%. All right. But then when I did more back testing, I found a way to let it go and have a callback on it, and it was getting better results. All right. So this is when I built it, it just had take profit right here, and I haven't amended it yet in the code. It doesn't mean take profit. It means the mechanism flips at that point. I'll figure out another word for it. Target, right? Target. Fine. But
Okay, cool.
this is I'm the only person, and my team has access to this back end anyway. So I never thought anyone would see it, but I use it on the show, right? So I will change that. That's fine. I'll do that tomorrow. So this is fantastic, right? So as it stands right now, from entry to if we get stopped out right here, that's a 22.6% trade. Fantastic for the day, 22%. As it stands right now, we're at 28%, and at its peak, we were at 33% on the day. Brilliant, brilliant. And this will continue to rally, chase the price as it goes higher, or it'll pull you out. So I can't tell you how happy I am with the Bang Box trade today. We've got, I said to Tony in last night's show, I haven't built a trading bot. I built a stress bot for myself because I put myself out there as this is what I built for you. It's free, but every time there's in a trade, everyone like the whole point is that you can trade completely without touching it. You can just set it and forget it and leave it for 2 years and let it roll over and make profit. The only person who has to worry about it is me because my face is out here saying like, "Hey, use my bot." And if the trade goes bad, you got 100,000 people looking at me saying you're an absolute scumbag. But it's doing its job. It's doing its job. What can I ask for? If you want to use that bot, please, links in the description below. Join the Discord group. It was absolutely fire today because everyone was making money. So very, very funny. Very, very great questions. Great community. And links below. Tone, take us away, mate.
All right. So as people in the live chat are pointing out, the reason why I had to interrupt you at 10:59 and to warn people not to enter is because at exactly 10:03
Cool.
the market reversed. As this is why I call it the 10 a.m. reversal, not the 10 a.m. buying opportunity. For this entire week, it was a 10 a.m. buying opportunity, but because it's been dropping into 10 a.m. But when it's pumping into 10 a.m., you have to be very, very cautious of what the hell is going to happen at 10 a.m. And at 10 a.m., at 10:03, I say that's pretty damn close. That at
Wow.
10:03 we completely turned, and we're now making new lows for the morning, which is absolutely incredible.
Incredible. Incredible. Incredible.
I,
Well
I,
done.
I, I don't know what else to say about it. So this is why I said that for the next 3 hours, you don't want to jump into the trade. Now, if this actually goes lower, if this goes to any form of support, okay, and then reverses and then starts to challenge 68,000 again, it's a buying opportunity, right? So there could be a buying opportunity an hour and a half from now, okay? But in order for it to be a buying opportunity an hour and a half from now, it needs to hit a level of support. Now, what is this is the 1 minute chart. On
No,
the 1 minute chart,
what if we rebuild and break 68 again? If we recover, break 68 again, is that a buying opportunity in your opinion? Now that 10 a.m.'s finished, I would say
um,
yes.
after you have to wait till at least 11, right? Like if it's breaking 68 before 11, I'm gonna be skeptical. If it's
Right?
breaking, if it goes a smidge lower, this is what I mean right now, right? So 1 minute charts are a little annoying. So let's just go to the 5 minute chart, right? On a 5 minute chart, what are our levels of support? Well, we have a very weak level of support over here. You see this big drop on a 5 minute candle? This is a prior swing high. So you can say we pulled back to a level of support. I don't like it. This is a little bit better. We didn't hit it yet. That's a smidge lower. That's at 67 666. No, that's what the price is. No, 666. But a true level of support on a 5 minute chart should be obvious. It's this quadruple, quintuple, sextuple top, right? Look how many times a 5 minute chart, the initial rejection, let's just use round numbers here, was 67,400. It peaked, then it tried to break it, massive smackdown reversal candle. Tried to break it again an hour later, no dice. Tried to break it again 3 hours. No dice. An hour later, again failed. An hour later, again failed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 failures to break it, and then the sixth time was the chart, right? I'm not even counting the initial top because you don't know where the initial top's going to be. This is the ultimate level. This is the true level of support on a 5 minute scale. Okay. Now it looks like we're going higher, but I am fairly confident that at some point we're coming back here. Okay. Now, if we come back here today, then later today, the break of 68,000, even bouncing off of this level and going halfway up, is enough for me to be bullish again, right? But breaking between 68,000 and 69,000 without a pullback to 67.4 is, to me, is a take profit opportunity. Now, your bot,
Let it run.
like,
Yeah.
lets it run, but it keeps raising the stop loss, right?
Right. Yeah.
It didn't exit right here, right? That wasn't the
Oh, no.
1% down,
No, it's not. No. No.
right? I'm curious what it was. Was it 0.5% down? Let me see.
No,
I'll check.
yeah, 1%.
It was almost 0.5% down. So just less than 0.5% down.
Right.
Sorry, had to sneeze. And so honestly, if you break 68,000, I personally would, like, if I had like the ability to alter my I guess what do you call them? Trailing stop on this trade or
Yeah.
trailing profit, I would even set that to 0.5%. So this would have almost exited me, but did not. So if current 5 minute candle or next 5 minute candle breaks 68,000, I'm still expecting between 68,000 and 69,000 a move back to 67.4. Is it definitely going to happen? Probably not. And you can see the weakness in this 5 minute candle right now. Let's go to a 10 minute candle. So this is where we can go up the candle structure, and it looks even cleaner as to why it should be pulling back to 67.4. And if it breaks 67.4, now we're talking, a moving average or whatever. I think that we're going to struggle for the next few hours. It doesn't mean I'm right, but I would not be entering here. And even if we are to break 68,000 this hour, I would not be rushing into a bullish trade. Everything is kind of peaking. The hourly chart is going to give you an MRI top in 2 hours. The 4 hour chart is going to give you an MRI top later today. So it's toppy. It's toppy for a short period of time. So I would be very, very careful entering any bullish trades. Potentially the rest of the day. It really depends how the rest of the day plays out. But right now, I would not be going long. Doesn't mean I'm going short, but I would just watch the market for before, I don't know, till 2 p.m. or something, till noon. There are multiple ways how it can play out. I can't discuss all the permutations, but I personally do not believe we are breaking your lucid SAR today.
Interesting. Let's do an old-fashioned bet. Let's do an old-fashioned bet. Whew, I think we break that lucid SAR today.
I don't. Now, I think we're breaking this lucid SAR on Monday.
All right, let's do a bet. Let's do a bet. What do you want to wager? Maybe we talk about the wager later. We'll just do it for no money, nothing like that. For just bragging rights. I think.
Okay. So hold on. Wait. Before you say what you think, let's define the parameters, right? Because the last time I made a bet with Roger Veer for $10,000, we had an argument over what does today mean. Because on stage we were saying today, but then it was said by end of day. So what does today mean? Does it mean till market closes at 8 p.m. Eastern or 24 hours?
It's when the new weekly candle opens for Monday morning at 9 a.m. for me.
Whoa, no, that's not today, right? I said I think we're gonna break it on Monday, but you said we're breaking it today. So you need to define what today means.
I'm defining what Monday is. Monday morning.
No. You took my additional parameter, right? So you said we're breaking the lucid SAR today. So what does today mean for you? Does that mean today's daily candle, which is gonna close in 9 hours, or are you gonna give yourself 24 hours?
I liked that I almost snuck in from Monday morning there, but I you gave me a little entry there. All right. Tomorrow morning candle. This candle close. Daily candle close tonight.
Daily candle close tonight. Okay. You think we're breaking this lucid SAR. Now, okay, yep. I'm gonna leave this line right there because if your lucid SAR moves down, that doesn't count. It has to break the modified SAR as it is right now.
This is why Roger Veer is in prison right now. All right. Yes. Okay. Right. That line right there.
Okay.
9 hours. 9.5 hours.
That line right there. Breaking this by end of this candle. All right. That's the bet parameter. Okay. Got it.
Bragging. Right. That's
right. And that's the bet parameter. Now, I do not think that's going to happen. Now, what I think will happen is we're breaking this line on Monday, but I win the bet if as long as it doesn't break it. We'll talk about Monday on Monday. But okay, so normally I bet a fancy steak dinner. Or if I was in Japan, it would be a fancy sushi dinner, even though the steak in Japan is the best in the world. But I'm not going to see you for a while, so I'm not sure what the bet's going to be.
Nothing, just bragging rights because I have zero confidence. But I just like the idea of it. All right, let's go.
All right. Okay, so that's our bet. I do not believe this daily candle is going to break that SAR, and that SAR is approximately 68,870. Yeah, I don't think that's happening today. Okay.
All right. Awesome. Finish off the week.
Let's I want to see what we look like on the cycle. On the cycle, we're looking great. We're in between the prior two cycles, which is absolutely awesome. I'm just going to leave it there. The price of oil, not that interesting. The price of gold, consolidating, I believe is going to break out. Now, the S&P market is interesting. It was rallying so nicely yesterday. And then during our spaces, by the way, we did Twitter spaces yesterday. You may want to check that out. Just go to the Financial Summit Twitter. The market was rallying super nicely. It looked like a full-blown reversal. And then at 3:30 Eastern time, 30 minutes before the market closed, this entire crash happened in the last 30 minutes. It was insane. Okay. Now today the S&P is rallying again. And I was saying on Spaces last night that when the Spaces started, I was saying, yeah, it's very likely we have the reversal, right? We already had the reversal at 10 a.m. this morning. But I do believe the markets, if they didn't reverse at 10 a.m. yesterday, that's what I was saying at 3 p.m. when the space started. I said, oh, well, I'm still expecting the low either later this week or next week, but I do expect the low to come. And my ultimate low target here, my most likely low target, I mean, obviously anything can go lower, is the prior swing high, just like I talked about on a 5-minute Bitcoin chart at 3,342. We also talked about it in terms of NASDAQ, and it's the same thing. The NASDAQ, what a perfect MRI top on the NASDAQ, man. I called this one. We did it here on the channel. We did it with Mark Wood. I called this absolutely perfectly. And my initial target was right here at the prior swing highs. We almost got there. We can, of course, reverse. And I said, this is not the time to go short. This is now the time to look for a long. We might have bottomed yesterday. If not, we're going to bottom next week. There was a weekly MRI top. There was a monthly MRI top. Right now, we're still dealing with a monthly MRI top. The weekly MRI top called it absolutely perfectly as well. The swing high came the following week. The highest close came the week of the MRI top. It doesn't get better than that. It's exactly like the prior MRI top as well. An absolute beautiful calls. I had the Tesla top nailed. I had the Nvidia top nailed, even though I missed the trade. I'm still pissed about that. And here's the monthly. So I think the markets are still going to struggle a bit, and I think it's going to take a few months before the stock markets make a new high. But they will make a new high this year, in my opinion. Okay, so that's it for the markets. The markets may be reversing, and Bitcoin has been, rising while the markets are falling. And here's the 4-hour chart. Again, it's gonna come up on an MRI top later today, which is another reason why I don't think we're gonna break that SAR. The hourly top is coming 3 hours from now or 2 hours from now. Let's wait for the MRI. 2 more hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes. You get the hourly MRI top. Here's your 10-minute. That one, I don't think that made it to an MRI top. It never even did. The 5-minute sure did, and it topped, I believe, perfectly with the MRI on the 5-minute, and it's now about to make new lows for the morning. So yeah, I'm very, very confident that the daily chart will not be breaking the SAR by end of candle close.
Awesome. All right, let's finish the show.
All right, coming off screen share, all you.
Thank you for another fantastic week, dear viewers. Thank you, Tone, for being with me here every day. In Japan, you should see what I've done with the garden today. Looks unbelievable. Looks unbelievable. Put a deck in. We're putting turf in. We're putting rocks down the side. Garden. Awesome. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope that Bitcoin rallies. Please use Bangbox. I mean, at worst, I'm looking at it right now. We're looking at 23% of the day, regardless. It's a worst case scenario right now, the where it sits. Have a great weekend. See you Monday. Thank you, Tom.
Later. Building a garden in front of a house in Japan. Who would have guessed? Later, guys.